Hey guys, and welcome to Petrol Ped, and welcome to my CarVid19 Daily vlog, uploading a new video every night at 6 PM to keep you sane during lockdown. Well, it's time for another Peddlerz Rides, and this time I think we need a bit of shed heaven. So I've been busy this last few days working my way through all of the videos that you sent me. We really do have some great cars coming on Peddlerz Rides, but today I thought we should concentrate on some sheds, and we've got some really good sheds for you. I would like to just add one thing at this point, by the way. I didn't film it, but I actually clipped the Petrol pup and the Petrol pooch this week. I really did want to film it and then thought, no, do you know what? I actually need to really concentrate on it, but I'm very pleased with the outcome. They're looking very, very smart. Anyway, back to Peddlerz Rides. Yes, today we've got some sheds. And actually, the first film, I'm heading over to my mate Damian from Motorsport and Dream Cars, who has some simple modifications that you can do to your shed at home during lockdown.
Hello fellow peddlers, my name's Damian from Motorsport and Dream Cars, and this is my 2008 Ford Fiesta. So I'm going to talk you around the car, the unique styling and some of the interior and the changes that have been made to this car. And the challenge for me, normally I'd use a DSLR and GoPros, etc. I'm just going to use my one single iPhone. So here we go. We'll start off with the front of the car. The first unique piece of styling here is this acid burn that runs over the pretty much the centre of the bonnet. It does give it a unique look that does stand out. So I've got 16-inch alloys on this, and again they've been customised over the years by various people. We've got a number of chunks taken out the alloy, we've got rust, scratches. It just gives the car, well, a very distinctive look that you won't find on any other probably Fiesta out there. You can try and recreate them. What you need to do is drive too close to the curb when you're parking and you will take chunks out of your alloys. A very simple look to achieve. So guys, if you look down here, I've added this as a recent modification. Again, all you need is a brick wall or a bollard, and if you rub the back part of your car against it, you will achieve this scraped look. So again, it's a very cheap modification that you guys could go out there. Again, like I said, easy, find a post and reverse against it and you will achieve this. Depending on how close you go, you could even cover the entire wheel arch. If we go a bit further down, this was something to help with weight saving, as we all know how important that is, and it was actually put on by the previous owner. Well, taken off. This large piece of trim here has gone missing completely, so it should make the handling a bit better, as another ounce or two of weight has now been shed from the back of this car. Something that is very, very easy and very cheap for you guys to put onto your car. All you need is a set of keys, and you can have this key mark that runs all the way down the side of your car. It was actually done by a third party. What I did, I left it in a car park, came back a few hours later, and someone had added this unique styling for me. So no work was required whatsoever to add this. So if we look further down, we've got this plastic trim running down the side. Again, it's got that unique faded look. And something, again, a previous owner added was this melted section. No idea how it's become melted, but that's obviously something he must have investigated in quite a lot to get it to look that good. So we'll move forward to what has to be my proudest modification on this car from the outside, is this large crease that we've got here. In fact, a large dent, and what you need to achieve this, it's a bit hard, a bit more technical skill is required. What you need is to get someone to overtake you, try and fit into a gap that doesn't exist, and bounce the rear tyre off of the front of your car. So if you guys can try and recreate that, I'd be impressed. The ideal one is to get a Focus RS to do that, and that's the exact wheel that I've used here to achieve that look. So there we go, that's the outside. I hope you've enjoyed the quick tour. Let's hop inside because there's an awful lot to talk about inside as well. Welcome to the inside of this Fiesta. Let's get going because there's a lot to talk about. No, there's not really, is there? I'm lying. So we've got an infotainment system. No, we haven't. That's what I'm filming on. I use my phone all the time for that. We have got a stereo here with a single CD player. We have air conditioning where only one setting actually works. That's a unique thing again. It seems with classic cars as well. You're either really hot or really cold. So this is starting to introduce that classic unpractical car look. The seats have a faded look as well. They've got a lot of dog fur and dirt generally splattered around the car as I take my dog out in this an awful lot. Back seats again, back seats are covered in mud where we've been walking, so it's a bit messy. And something which I'm very impressed with is the customized seat covering I have in the back. Welcome to the back of the Fiesta. So let's talk about some of the styling that I've done, and also my dog Rocco has particularly added to the unique look of the back of this car. Now, in fact, I think it's mainly Rocco who's added to this. We have ground in mud nicely into this side of the seat. We've got some on the seat belt. Now over in the door, this is something I think if he could talk, he would be very proud of this. There is a lot of dirt that's really ground into the plastic and there is no chance of that going anywhere whatsoever. I've noticed another one. I think this may have been added itself. Up here, I think, yep, we have some mould. Yeah, so guys, that's my Ford Fiesta. Very unique styling. You can recreate this yourself with little or no money whatsoever. Yeah, so Pete, back over to you.
Now, when I unzipped that file and watched it for the first time, I did chuckle. I just think it's brilliant. Excellent branding as well, thank you very much. But Damian is one of those great small YouTube creators that deserves way more subscribers for the amount of effort and the content that he creates. So please head over to his channel and give a click to that subscribe button and ring the notification bell, because I know he would appreciate it. Honestly, I cannot emphasize enough, these small creators, how hard it is to grow a channel. Even when you're creating films on a weekly basis, it's so difficult. So there you go, please give him a follow. So next we're off to a peddler called George Hill. Now George actually lives about 7 miles in that direction, so right at the bottom of the Petrol hill climb actually. And George has another Fiesta. I wanted to kind of do these two Fiesta films because my very first car was a Fiesta, and when I watched George's video it really resonated with me because George has a Fiesta, he's had it for 4 years and he loves his shed. So over to you, George.
Hi Petrol Ped, my name's George. I'm also from West Sussex like yourself, just over the Downs. Now before I begin my my tour of my shed heaven, I'd just like to apologise for the dodgy moustache on my face. My brother and I have gone slightly insane isolating with our parents. And secondly, I'd just like to apologise for the dodgy camera work, as I managed to break my collarbone a few weeks back. So right, here goes. So here she is, my pride and joy, my shed heaven. It's a 2002 Ford Fiesta Finesse 52 plate. And I have to say, this car is hands down the best car you could possibly look for when looking for a first car. I paid about 750 quid for this car about 4 years ago. Whilst it's not exactly the fastest thing, in fact it is painfully slow. It is, however, incredibly reliable. It's actually never let me down. The only thing to have let it down has been myself. I've crashed it, first instance I crashed it whilst trying to do donuts in my friend's field. Number two, I reversed into my cousin's car. And number three, I scraped the bottom of the exhaust whilst driving down a dirt track. So unfortunately, hasn't got the most careful owner, but you know, it's been great. I probably spent about the same amount trying to fix it up than I paid for it actually. So yeah, onwards with the tour. Thought I would start it up for you guys, get that 1.3 engine purring away for you all. Here we go. So unfortunately, because I actually don't live here, I'm isolating at my parents' house at the moment. So it has been sitting for quite a while. Unfortunately, she's grown a little bit of mould on the inside. So here we go. Quick tour of the inside before I start her up. She's got an aftermarket CD player radio that's been put in by the previous owner. But yeah, let us start up. So there we go, listen to that. Right, so yeah, I've done about 99,000 miles. I think I bought it and it had I think it had about 73,000 miles on it, but it starts every time. It's fantastic. The seats are a bit of a pain because they get very dirty very easily. It's got literally the most basic possible interior you could ask. It's got no air conditioning, which is a bit of a shitter in the summer. Excuse my language. It's got roll down windows, which is actually quite good because it just means it's one less thing to break. I'll tell you what, that's probably about it that I can really tell you about it. So next part of the tour, I thought I'd show you around the car. So we have the back seats. It's got a tent in it, oddly enough, as sometimes I use this when I go around to parts. Actually, I've slept in this car multiple times, but it's always there for sort of festivals and things like that. I've got the AA map, which I think is an essential for a car like this. Got a roll mat, and I think that's a vinyl in there, but I'm not 100% sure. Don't know what that's doing there. Yeah, I don't know, that's a bit of a random accessory. That's one really annoying thing about this car actually. To get into the boot, you can't actually open it by the boot itself. You have to push this button or open it with the key, which is a complete pain in the arse. But there we go, it's another trouble of owning a car such as this for 750 quid. Oh dear, I can't get it open. Get the key just to make life a bit easier. And there we go, nice big boot. Got the washer fluid and of course the statutory jump leads. So there you have it, Petrol Ped fans, my Shed Heaven, my 2002 Ford Fiesta Finesse. So thanks for watching guys, and Petrol Ped, keep up the good work. You're really helping us with these daily videos, getting us through this painful isolation period. So yeah, cheers guys, thanks for watching.
Probably we shouldn't talk too much about that moustache, mate, to be fair. I mean, Movember was quite a long time ago, but then again, I am quite bearded myself. Not only am I embracing the COVID quiff, but I've decided I'm going to just grow a beard for a bit and see what happens. Well, it's really itchy at the moment, and it's all grey around here. But yes, George, love your car. Now, all I can say is, you've had that car for 4 years. You bought it for 750 quid. There are probably some of us that experience more depreciation than that in a month, let alone 4 years of motoring and what was it, 40-odd thousand miles. And that's the joy of a good shed. You buy them, it doesn't cost you very much money, you drive them around as long as they're reliable. And for me, when you buy your first car, and for many of us our first car was just like yours, mine was a Fiesta 2, although mine was a Mark 1, and I love that car. He did let me down a couple of times. Well, actually the engine blew up, but let's not go there. But that's what I love about Shed Heaven. It doesn't have to be a supercar, it doesn't have to be a hugely expensive car that's on finance. It could be something that was bought for a few £100s and gets you from A to B, and you have your adventures in it. Although I didn't realise that Fiestas suffer from internal mould. Notice both of your cars had mould. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this one. I really was looking forward to the Shed Heaven group, actually, because I was convinced we were going to get some fantastic cars that were really loved, and I would love to know if any of you want to follow Damian's styling and home modification examples. Maybe that's not such a good idea if your car's worth more than about 200 quid. But anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this one. If you have done so, please give me a thumbs up. Comments below are always welcome. And if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to Petrol for plenty more content to come. And I'll see you on the next film. But you take care, guys. Stay safe.